Welcome to English Conversation Café. Learn English through natural conversations.
Okay, I need to say something. And I say this with love. I really do. But I am so done with hearing this one thing. You know what it is?
What?
I'll start speaking English when I'm ready.
Oh,
I know. I hear it all the time. When my grammar is better, when I know more vocabulary, when I feel more confident. And I just want to shake people and go, when? When exactly is this magical moment going to arrive?
to be fair, that feeling is very real. A lot of people genuinely believe they're not ready yet.
I know it's real. But here's the thing. Ready is not something that just shows up one day. You don't wake up and suddenly feel ready. You get ready by doing the thing before you feel ready for it.
So essentially, you're saying stop waiting, stop thinking, start talking.
Did you just come up with the title of this episode?
I think I did.
Okay, fine. You get the credit. But the point stands.
Hey everyone, welcome back to English Conversation Café. I'm Max.
And I'm Haley, apparently still a little fired up.
Today's episode is called Stop Thinking, Start Talking. And if you have ever said, or even thought, I'll speak English when I'm ready,
This episode is 100% for you.
by the end of today, you're going to understand why waiting to be ready is actually holding you back, why getting uncomfortable is the fastest way to improve, and you'll have real, practical expressions to help you just go for it.
Not next year. Not after one more course. Today.
And before we dive in, if you're new here, welcome. We make episodes like this every single week to help you speak more natural, confident, real-world English. So if you want to keep improving, go ahead and hit subscribe. It takes 2 seconds, and it really, genuinely helps us keep making this show.
We'd love to have you as part of the cafe. Okay, let's get into it. So Max, you actually know someone who is the perfect example of everything we just talked about, right?
I do. His name was Kenji. We were in college together. He was Japanese, and he came to the US to study. When he arrived, his English was basic. He could introduce himself, order food, cover the basics. But a real back-and-forth conversation? Very hard.
So what did he do?
He made a decision early on. I am going to speak English with everyone, all the time. Even if it's terrible. Even if people had to ask him to repeat himself 3 times. He didn't retreat to Japanese with the other international students, even though that would have been so much more comfortable. He just kept going.
That takes real courage. That feeling of knowing you're not expressing yourself the way you want to, that is genuinely hard.
And I remember, in those first months, you could see it on his face. Right in the middle of a sentence, he'd just stop, searching for a word. You know that feeling, when the word is right there, but you can't reach it?
On the tip of your tongue.
Exactly, on the tip of your tongue. Every single conversation, for months. But he never gave up mid-sentence. He'd find another way to say it, describe it, use his hands, laugh at himself, and keep going. By the end of that first year, 1 year of speaking imperfectly, every day, his English was almost unrecognizable. Not just vocabulary, his speed, his confidence, his humor. He was making real jokes in English, with timing. He could follow a fast conversation in a noisy room.
After 1 year?
After 1 year of choosing discomfort over comfort, every single day.
And discomfort is the key word. So many learners avoid that feeling. They think it means they're not ready. But actually,
Discomfort is the signal that your brain is working, that it's being pushed. That's when real learning happens.
when you're in a real conversation and you're a little nervous, your brain is fully switched on. You notice things you never noticed sitting alone with a textbook.
Oh, That's how native speakers say that. Oh, that word means that in this context. All of those little discoveries happen in real conversations, not in grammar exercises. So let's actually break down what's happening inside your head when you freeze up. Because I think it helps to understand the mechanics of it. Then you can catch yourself doing it.
Okay, so the first and biggest thing is what I call the translation trap. And what I mean is, when you hear something in English, instead of processing it directly, you translate it into your native language first. And then when you want to respond, you think of what you want to say in your native language. And then you translate back into English.
And that whole back and forth takes time.
It takes so much time. And by the time you've done all of that processing, the conversation has already moved on. And you're just standing there like,
Like a computer that's still loading.
exactly, still buffering. And here's the thing, that's not a sign that you're bad at English. It really isn't. It just means your brain hasn't yet built those direct connections. English to meaning, meaning to English, without taking the detour through your first language.
And the only way to build those direct connections is to use the language in real situations, with real pressure. There is no shortcut. You just have to speak.
Not study more grammar.
Not study more grammar. A lot of learners think, if I just study a little more, then I'll be ready. But if you already know the basics and you're still freezing up, more grammar is not the answer. Conversation is.
And then there's the second big thing, which is something Max mentioned earlier, what he calls the grammar police.
The grammar police.
Tell them about it.
Okay, so the grammar police is not other people judging you. It's the little voice inside your own head. Right in the middle of a sentence, it starts, wait, is this the right tense? Should I say a or the? Is this word correct here? Does this sentence make sense?
And while you're answering all those questions, the conversation is still happening without you.
And by the time you've answered them all, you've completely lost your train of thought. Lost your train of thought means you forgot what you were going to say. Like you had a thought and then it just disappeared.
I lose my train of thought even in my first language.
We all do. But the grammar police makes it so much worse in a second language because there are even more questions to answer.
And here's the honest truth. When you're speaking fluently, and fluently means smoothly, naturally, without stopping every few words, you cannot be running grammar checks at the same time. Those two things don't work together.
It's like trying to drive a car and also read the driver's manual at the same time.
That's a terrible idea.
Very terrible idea. And here's something that might surprise you. Native speakers make grammar mistakes all the time. In casual conversation, all the time. Nobody is listening to you and taking notes on your errors. They just want to connect, to communicate, to have a conversation.
So give yourself the same freedom. Speak. Finish the sentence. Let it be imperfect. The other person will understand you, and that's the whole point.
Okay, so we want to do something that we think is really practical here. Because one of the most useful things you can do as a learner is understand where you are. Like, have a map. What feels comfortable, what pushes you, and what scares you a little.
So we came up with what we're calling the comfort zone levels. 5 levels, from the most comfortable at the bottom to the most challenging at the top. And the idea is not to stay at the bottom forever. The idea is to keep slowly pushing up.
Level 1. This is the starting point. Short, simple interactions. Ordering food at a cafe. Buying something at a shop. Asking someone what time it is. Saying thank you and goodbye. Quick, predictable, low pressure.
And this level is important. It's a real foundation. But here's the trap. Some learners stay at level 1 for years. Not because they can't do more, but because they feel comfortable here. They know how these interactions go. nothing surprising happens.
And if you only practice level 1, your English stays at level 1. You get really good at ordering coffee, but not much else.
I mean, ordering coffee is very important.
Very important. But let's go to level 2.
Level 2, having a short, casual conversation with someone you don't know. You're waiting somewhere, at a bus stop, in a queue, before a class, and you start a little chat with the person next to you. We call this small talk. Things like the weather, where you're from, what you do, how long you've been waiting.
Now, a lot of people find level 2 much harder than level 1, even though the language itself is not so complicated. And the reason is, it's unpredictable. You don't know what the other person is going to say. You can't prepare a script in advance.
And that unpredictability, that not knowing what comes next, is actually really valuable for your brain. Because you have to actually listen. You have to respond in the moment. You're fully present.
Level 3. A longer conversation about a topic you know well. Your job, your hometown, a hobby you love. You already have vocabulary here, so there's more confidence. But you're still pushing yourself to explain your thoughts clearly in English. That takes real practice.
Level 4. This is where things get interesting. A conversation about something you don't know well. Unfamiliar territory, where you have to reach for words and work around the gaps.
Most people say, "I'm not ready here." But it's the level where you grow the most. Can't find the exact word? Describe it. It's kind of like, or, the thing that skill, communicating around a missing word, is one of the most useful in any language.
Native speakers do it all the time. If I forget a word, I'll just say, the thing you use to open a bottle.
A bottle opener.
A bottle opener. See? Communication achieved. No perfect vocabulary required.
Level 5, the big one. High-pressure conversations. A job interview, a formal presentation, a serious or emotional discussion, a disagreement where you need to defend your point of view, a moment where the stakes feel high and you really, really want to get it right.
This is the most uncomfortable level. And honestly, you don't need to be here every single day. But pushing yourself to level 5 occasionally, or even just deliberately practicing for it, does something really powerful for your confidence overall.
Because if you've practiced level 5, even in a safe, low-stakes environment, level 2 starts to feel almost easy. Level 3 feels comfortable. Your whole scale shifts upward.
And now, the honest question. For everyone listening right now, what level are you at? And more importantly, what level do you actually practice at most days?
Because there is a difference between what you can do when you push yourself and what you actually do in your everyday life. For most learners, the daily level is lower than their real ability.
Which means most people listening right now are already better at English than they think they are. They're just not using what they have.
And that is kind of the whole point of this episode.
Okay, so let's talk about the mindset shift. Because I think this is the piece that actually changes things. Not more vocabulary, not more grammar. A shift in how you think about speaking.
And the shift is this: done is better than perfect.
Say it again.
Done is better than perfect. A sentence that is finished, even if it has a mistake, even if the grammar isn't perfect, even if you used a slightly wrong word, that sentence is worth infinitely more than a perfect sentence that stays inside your head.
Because the perfect sentence in your head, nobody hears it. It helps nobody. Not the person you're talking to, and not you.
And something interesting happens when you accept that your English doesn't need to be perfect. You start speaking more. And when you speak more, you make more mistakes. And when you make more mistakes,
You learn from them.
you learn from them. Real feedback from real situations. Someone understood you perfectly. Great. That works. Someone looked confused. How do I say that differently? Someone used an expression you didn't recognize. You notice it, remember it, look it up later. That's all progress.
And going back to Kenji, this is exactly what he was doing. Every time he got confused, every time he said the wrong word and everyone laughed, he didn't see those as failures. They became lessons, real ones.
And those lessons stick in a way that textbook lessons don't, because they have emotion attached. You remember the embarrassing moment you mixed up kitchen and chicken?
Oh no, did Kenji do that?
He may have asked someone if they wanted to go back to his kitchen when he meant chicken at a restaurant.
Oh no, poor Kenji.
He still laughs about it, but I promise you, he never confused those two words again.
See, the embarrassing moments are the best teachers. You don't forget them.
You really don't. So, practically speaking, if you want to start pushing yourself up those comfort zone levels, what does that actually look like?
The first thing is just go for it. Stop waiting for the right moment. Stop preparing the perfect sentence. See a moment to speak English? Take it. Just go for it.
And don't second guess yourself. Second guessing means you start to say something, doubt yourself, stop, restart differently. In a conversation, it sounds like, well, I think, actually, no. What I mean is, just commit. Finish the sentence, even if it's not perfect.
Put it out there. See what happens. The world will not end.
The world will not end. And remember, you will get the hang of it. And get the hang of it means gradually become better at something through doing it. You won't be fluent tomorrow, but every single conversation moves you forward, even a tiny bit.
And even the uncomfortable conversations count. Maybe especially the uncomfortable ones.
Kenji told me something once that I've never forgotten. We were in our last semester of college, and I asked him how he felt about his English now compared to when he arrived. And he said, "The first 6 months were the hardest thing I've ever done. But then one day I realized something had changed. I wasn't translating anymore. I was just thinking in English. And that was the moment everything became easy."
Thinking in English. Not translating, just thinking.
That's the goal. And you can't get there from a textbook. You can only get there by talking. Imperfectly, uncomfortably, repeatedly.
So, stop thinking. Start talking.
Exactly.
Okay, we want to hear from you. Because we've been talking about these comfort zone levels, and everyone is different. Everyone freezes in different situations.
So here is today's question, and we really want you to write this in the comments below. What is your level 5? What is the situation where your English freezes the most? Is it a job interview? Ordering something at a restaurant? Talking on the phone? Meeting new people at a party? Speaking in a class or a meeting?
Whatever it is, write it below. Because honestly, seeing other people's answers is really powerful. You realize very quickly that you are not alone. A lot of people freeze in the exact same situations. And sometimes just knowing that helps you feel a little more ready to face it.
And maybe it'll push someone else to just go for it. All right, everyone. It's time for the Cafe Rewind. This is the part of the show where we go back through the key expressions we used today and make sure everything is really clear.
Because even if you followed along while listening, it's always helpful to stop and really look at these phrases so you can actually start using them yourself. That's the goal, after all.
Expression number 1, freeze up. To freeze up means to suddenly stop, usually because of nerves, surprise, or pressure. Your body or your brain just locks up.
Example. Every time I have to answer the phone in English, I completely freeze up.
Now it's your turn. Say it out loud with us. I always freeze up when I speak English in front of people.
Expression number 2, on the tip of your tongue. This is that very specific and very frustrating feeling when you know a word. You've used it before, but in this moment, you just can't find it.
Example. What's the English word for that thing? It's right on the tip of my tongue.
Your turn. His name is on the tip of my tongue. I just can't remember it right now.
Expression number 3. Lost my train of thought. This means you suddenly forget what you were going to say, usually because something distracted you, or you were thinking too hard about how to say it.
Example. Sorry, where was I? I just completely lost my train of thought.
Say it. I started to explain, but then I lost my train of thought.
Expression number 4. Get out of your comfort zone. Your comfort zone is the area where things feel safe, easy, and familiar. To get out of it means to try something that makes you a little nervous, something new, something harder than what you usually do.
Example. Speaking English with strangers is a great way to get out of your comfort zone.
Your turn. If you want to improve, you have to get out of your comfort zone.
Expression number 5. Just go for it. This is one of my favorites. It means stop hesitating, stop overthinking. Just do it. You don't wait until you feel 100% ready. You just try.
Example. Are you nervous about speaking? Just go for it. The more you practice, the easier it gets.
Say it. Stop waiting and just go for it.
Expression number 6. Second guess yourself. To second guess yourself means to doubt a decision you already made. You thought you knew the answer, then you changed your mind. Then maybe changed it back again.
Example. Don't second guess yourself. Your first answer was correct.
Your turn. I always second guess myself when I speak English.
Expression number 7. Get the hang of it. This means to gradually learn how to do something through practice. You're not very good at first, but slowly, with time and repetition, it starts to feel natural.
Example. English pronunciation feels difficult at first, but you'll get the hang of it.
Say it. Don't worry, you'll get the hang of it with practice.
And expression number 8. Pick it up. In the context of language learning, pick it up means to learn something naturally, not by studying it formally, but by absorbing it through experience, through conversation, through living in the language.
Example. I picked up a lot of English slang just from watching movies and series.
Your turn. You can pick up a language much faster by speaking with native speakers every day.
8 expressions, all from one real conversation, not from a textbook.
See what you can pick up? Okay, so what is the one thing, the single thing, we want you to take away from this episode?
Stop waiting to be ready, because ready is not something that arrives one day and knocks on your door. Ready is something you build, by doing the thing before you feel ready for it.
Your English is already good enough to start. Not good enough to be perfect, but good enough to start. And starting is everything.
Think about Kenji. He arrived in the US with basic English and made a choice to speak every day, no matter how uncomfortable it felt. And 1 year later, he was a different person. Not because of a course, not because of a grammar book, because of real conversations every single day.
You can do the same thing. Wherever you are right now, level 1, level 2, level 3, you can push. You can find a real conversation. You can go for it.
And remember, uncomfortable is not the enemy. Uncomfortable means you're learning. It means your brain is working. It means you're moving forward.
So this week, pick one thing. One slightly uncomfortable English thing. A conversation you've been avoiding. A question you've been afraid to ask. A moment you would normally let pass. Take it.
We are so grateful you spent this time with us today. Genuinely. Every single person who listens to this show, it means everything to us.
If this episode helped you, or if you know someone who always says, "I'll speak English when I'm better," please share it with them. It might be exactly what they need to hear.
And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's the best way to make sure you catch every new episode every week.
We'll see you next time at English Conversation Café. Keep talking, keep going, keep growing.
See you soon.
Thank you for listening. We hope today's conversation helped you understand real English better. Subscribe and join us for the next episode.